So we have upper click, hey, switch to sidearm. Left click, let's toggle to the left. Ooh, look at that. Right click, ooh, let's toggle to the right. Oh, it's so good. And then we're running like, oh, wait, what's that behind me? Just click down. Oh, oh, it's so nice. It's so sweet. Arma 3, what the hell is wrong with me? Really, my only intention was to make the switch to left pad for movement, just because I've gotten used to it more and it feels better that way. But in the course of doing that, I pretty much remade my whole profile. I don't know. Full detailed information will be in the description with links to download everything, link to the profile, and how to use it, because this is using custom icons. It's not like some of these I made myself. And you need to change key bindings. So before we dig into it, just to cover that, to do that, I'm sharing my preset with you. You can import that if you want into your profile, so all of my analog functions will already be bound in for you. And again, I'll have instructions on that. If you don't want to do that, I might as well just show you. So in controls, we would want to go to, well, first, for controller, you want to make sure you have Xbox 360 enabled, but don't use the scheme. If you use that, everything will fall apart. So we're not using their scheme, but we're enabling a controller so we can use analog functions. So this is a little different than my previous ones. Like I added in some of my own controller functions to stuff, which again, full instructions in the README. Please go look at that. Like, yeah, you need to bind stuff in, like the toggle. It was easier for me to do, I think it's Dpad left and right. That's bound just to a toggle instead of having to do the 2 press Q and 2 press E. It works much more fluidly. You might need to tweak the dead zones of the triggers because sometimes you get drift. That has been covered in previous videos, and it's all in the README. And if you've used previous profiles, it's going to be fairly similar. I did change a couple of things. Like, I put grenade on left bumper. That's something I've fought for a long time, and I realize I'm a Battlefield junkie. That it feels better to me to have grenade on left bumper. But the main thing that is peculiar with this over my previous ones is I put clicks all over the D-pad. So if we go to adjustments, I try to be as descriptive as I can. So like upper is sidearm, toggle left and right, and look behind. So yeah, the toggle is really, like I that's kind of a game changer to me. I'm using that a lot. And also on the left pad for movement has an inner ring that is the walk, which I have found also, like the toggle, being able to slowly look around is really useful. So yeah, let's just go over movement. Slow walk on the inner ring. All the way forward is just basic W. Click the left pad once. That's your combat pace. Let's see a little better from here. So normal W jog, combat pace. Click and hold the left pad is your sprint. And then just let go and it resets. Hold the right bumper is your inventory actions. If you hold, I put it in parentheses up there. Like, this is left panel, off and on, but then hold it is the mode. So you can change that. And then same with here, like, this is, let's switch back. So I click it once, you can see my zeroing. 600 meters, 700 meters, 5, 4. Let me get up here. Hold it is the zoom. Now, for the infantry set, that is also on a left trigger hold, and then up and down. 500, 600 zeroing, 500, 400, hold it, zoom in, hold it, zoom back out. Let go left trigger, and now up and down is a mouse scroll. Okay, so just to explain that, that's on the aim down sight gyro. You can see some changes, the 0 up and down. So, full pull, squeeze is change your optics. Hold it is hold your breath. Let go. Double click it is bipod. Okay, what have I changed? So, because I put so much functionality on this left click in my previous profile, that was crouch and prone, which that's just another thing that is kind of a holdover from older controller games, but with a Steam controller, for me, I prefer left grip. So we got left grip as a crouch, just because that's like spatially, like control on your keyboard is down to the left. So I kind of try to match some stuff like that. So click it to crouch, hold it to go prone. Double click. So double click left grip is a control modifier. So now I can move all over the place. And then just let it go. And we're back. Click once is target. Double click is your ping. If you're swimming, hold left grip will swim down. Double click A will swim up. But generally I kept it as a interact space. What else do I need to cover that's specific and strange for this? Oh yeah, that's right. So we, obviously fire full pull, but full pull hold a little bit is a reload, which not even specific to Arma, just as a general practice, I have found that to be incredibly useful. So what we got going on is it's a long press, but with a short long press time. So, in a frantic firefight, if you full pull, squeeze, you're still going to fire. You have to be more deliberate and hold it, and then you'll reload. So we got the scrolls. These are the scrolls up and down. Also have a long press, which is a turbo. It makes it a little easier to go through things. So if I just hold it, it's going to keep going. Left stick click, that is kind of your command center. So if you click once, that's reply. Hold it is command all.
Move left. On the way. Waiting.
Double click is your command stuff. So we can go command all. Let's do combat mode. And then in this set, trigger is
hit the dirt.
Action. And you have the gyro. You're going to stay in this set though until you deliberately tell yourself, okay, I am done commanding now. So let's close that. Okay, and then that's a reason too why you need my icons, because for some crazy reason I don't get it. They don't give you numbers for icons, which you kind of need for quite a lot of games. So that's in there. So you have that, and that's part of my design philosophy here too, is to consolidate. Instead of splitting the radial menus all over the screen, all of them are consolidated in the center. Like this is taking the same place. Okay. And also if you hold select, that's your action set switch, which is the same thing. Like it's all consolidated to right pad and in the center of the screen. If you just click once, You're going to go to driving, and you will see the notification on screen. Go back to infantry. If you double-click, that's going to flying. And then go back. And then, when you're in those sets... So I click once to go to driving. If I eject, which is Y button, it automatically goes back to infantry. Because I'm amazing. But let's get in here and... So in this set we have gyro, not gyro, we have a joystick move on the left pad. You know, obviously your triggers, you just stay laying down. Now in this set, if you click the pad once, now gyro is activated, so you can toggle your gyro steering off and on. Go back. Now, the other thing in the driving set, because for some odd reason, tanks do not support analog steering. They support analog throttle, which is weird. So, alright, I have my analog throttle. So I can go real slow, but I'm not able to steer. Click and hold. Now I have A and D for steering, but I still have my analog throttle. So just to go over that. You know, gyro steer is a click, hold it. So here we just, excuse me, we just have the gyro activated, and then the hold it is the tank's action layer, which just has A and D. It's really the only change. Which you will also need that for boats. For some very peculiar reason, Arma 3 does not support analog steering for tanks or boats. So, with that said, I think that covers the driving set, which, like I said, I'm not going to cover every single thing. I'm just trying to go over the weird changes. I'm assuming most people that are going to be grabbing this one have used my previous profile, so a lot of it is the same. So the flying set is really also pretty much the same from my other set. I just gave it the joystick move up here. You have joystick move on, this is your rudders, which is analog. And then, well, I guess, yeah, I should go over that, because you have the click. So let's go flying. So for this, looking around is going to be your mouse. Click up top is right mouse. Down click is left mouse to fire. Which also is a full pull on the left trigger to change your view. It's alright. Right trigger, zoom up. We have nice, responsive analog. Hold the right grip, that will reset your view. Which I guess I didn't go over that in the infantry, because it's the same as all my profiles. Click right grip to change view. And then in infantry, hold it is free look. Man, look at that water. This freaking game. I can't believe how good it looks. It's getting a little long in the tooth. It's not a new game. Actually, yeah, hold X to hover. Let's go back to here. So yeah, that's one thing that's redundancies from the previous profiles. I noticed that you could strip out a lot of the controls. Like, you don't need, I think it's tab to access audio-visual cameras. You can cycle through it with your panels. So we got that up there. You can change, I think that's night vision. Alright, so I just wanted to cover that. And then also in the... So you have cam lock for jets, if you need to lock onto your camera, radar, rope for helicopters, and then the sling assist will also be accessed through your panels. So just a couple of tweaks for the flight set. Okay, tasks, light, keyboard, you know, everything pretty self-explanatory. Let's release those controls, go back to my infantry. Just to go into map, get in a map. That's always a little fussy. I haven't figured out why it does that. Sometimes doesn't want to go into the map. That's one that I've tried to troubleshoot. I can't really figure it out. But this is where like the turbo mouse is pretty useful. We zoom in. And then if you want to make a marker, hold. So hold it until you see the marker, and then you got your waypoint. If you want to delete that, double click. This, I mean, of any profile I will ever make, the Arma ones are always the ones where you're gonna need to just listen to me drone for a while, because there's so much to it. Like, people, I'll get questions on this. How do I do, I can't believe you didn't do this. How do you do that? No, it's in there. I don't know of any function in the game that is not in here somewhere. Like, I really spend quite a lot of time testing, going through the scenarios, going through all the training drills, trying to make sure I have everything in here. Oh, that's a click to go to driving, double click to go to flying, hold for your set. Anything else I need to cover? B is your inventory, your voice. Yeah, that's it. B is inventory. Hold it is a voice chat. Double press will toggle that on. Just bear in mind though that that'll get, the toggle will get disabled when you go through different layers and sets. That's a limitation to Steam. So, is that it? I think that's probably it. I'm really not going to cover every single function, even though I feel like I kind of did, and I know it's a long video. I really didn't. There's a shit ton more I could have gone over. So with that said, there, I just have to end with the butt crawl. Don't ask, just enjoy it. I don't even understand it. It's just something that I've done. Something I always do in my Arma profile videos. It's just because it looks so ridiculous to me. I love that you can do that. Boop. 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 So, alright. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you didn't watch this. There's probably like 4 people that are watching this part. Because I'm used to it, whatever. Bunch of jerks. Alright, that's all I got. I will see you around. Ooh, I got a little passive-aggressive there at the end.